If that plane takes off and you're not on it, you're going to regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life. Wait a minute, that's not my line. Hey everybody, it's Monday. Oh my god, I know it's Tuesday, but I was so sick yesterday that I couldn't even stand. I actually passed out brushing my teeth. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what was wrong with me. I have an overwhelming urge to expose myself to toxins, so that's quite a possibility. I tend to use very strong cleaning products in very poorly ventilated areas for extended periods of time. Not a good idea. Not the first time that I've done this to myself. Or perhaps I have the flu. But I'm feeling a little bit better today, aside from the still alternating chills and sweats thing going on. So regardless, or rather needless to say, I'm having a lot of fun. The theme for this week is to discuss an issue of local importance in order to establish a dialogue across the nation with all of the 5 awesome Canucks, wherein we'll get a perspective on a local issue that is not local. My issue of local importance is one of infrastructure. Kingston is a very old city, and our city has a lot of old infrastructure, specifically the sewers and whatnot, that need to be updated. Routinely, when it rains a great deal, our city dumps raw sewage into the Cataraqui River, which is gross and doesn't need to happen. It's 2008. There are ways to avoid such things. The city has put money toward upgrading infrastructure in order to avoid having to dump raw sewage into the Cataraqui River. However, it still happens at least probably 5 or 6 times a year. And every time there's some sort of an excuse that somebody flipped the wrong switch or that the automatic overflows went off because of high volumes of rain or something. As far as I'm concerned, if there's an issue where this kind of thing is happening, just plug up the holes that make it happen. It really drives me crazy to think that, we're dumping raw sewage into the Cataraqui River and subsequently into Lake Ontario and the other local waterways. And there are beaches near the mouth of the Cataraqui River where it meets Lake Ontario that are consistently closed because the bacteria levels in the water get too high. And why is this? I wonder. And so just this year, the city spent $45 million building a new arena downtown that we didn't need, when there was perfectly legitimate property that the city already owned that it didn't need to buy, that it could have built an arena for a significantly less financial burden on. And the rest of that money that wasn't $45 million could have gone to infrastructure upgrades that the city needs drastically. And that money wasn't spent that way because our mayor is a tool, and he wanted to buy property from his buddy so that he could build this property. The infrastructure in this city really does need to be upgraded, and some of it is more than 100 years old. There's work going on right now to upgrade the sewage treatment plant in town, but that's not going fast enough, and even when it's finished, the capacity of the sewage treatment plant is going to be less than the full output that the city generates, which doesn't make any sense to me. And the overflows are still going to be necessary on a semi-regular basis, according to Utilities Kingston, which is absolutely unfathomable. Dave, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Today. Whatever.